We're joined now by Mayra Estrada. She is an assistant rector at Breen Phillips Hall. Many in the Notre Dame family form tight bonds with their residence halls and the people who live in them, bonds that extend well beyond their time at Notre Dame. Mayra is here to tell us a story about a Breen Phillips alumni for whom that relationship took very special shape and in a very special way. Her name is Diane. She has a young daughter, Cecilia. And how did the hall decide to get behind this alum and help her young daughter? How did you find out about it?
So actually, during the summer before classes even started, Sister Mary, who's our rector, received an email from an alum of Lewis Hall actually, informing us that she had a friend whose young daughter had cancer and just asking the dorm if we would be willing to pray for her. And that came to us from a friend.
And so you started praying, but it didn't stop with prayers.
No, so actually Sister Mary asked the staff if there was anything else we can do for this little girl and her family. And so what we came up with as a dorm was to actually implement sort of a 6-week rotation. There's 6 sections in Breen Phillips, and every week she would receive something from the dorm to let her know that we were thinking about her and praying for her.
That's incredible. And this is a little girl who no one knows in the dorm.
No, we had never met her before.
And so what did you send? What did they send her?
So since, like I mentioned, it's a 6-week rotation, we're coming towards the end. Our first rotation, we actually had each girl in the dorm make her a handmade card specifically for her. Our second rotation, we had one card that everyone in that section signed. Our third rotation was actually special because at that point we had met this amazing little girl. So we decided that we would have each section write her a joke book.
Because she likes to tell jokes, right?
Oh, she loves to tell jokes. We actually got to meet her, and one of the things that she did was she came and told us jokes, which we thought was great. And then for our last rotation, we're currently doing selfies. So every week she's getting a selfie of the section because they've been corresponding with her this whole year. And so we thought it'd be nice for her to actually see the girls that have been writing to her all year.
Now, Breen Phillips, the residents are known as the Babes, right?
Yes.
And your mascot is a pig because of Babe, the movie.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
with the little
pig in the city.
And Cecilia, the young woman with cancer,
Yeah.
she likes pigs too?
Yes, so one of the first things that we received after we started writing to her was this picture, and it's actually of her pig collection. Unbeknownst to us and to Cecilia's mother, who was in Breen Phillips before the mascot changed. Our mascot is a pig, and it just happens that this little girl has a large collection of pigs.
And she also sent you some artwork?
Yes, so actually when she came to visit, it was a very good day for her. So her parents, it was an unplanned visit. Her parents emailed the night before and asked, we know it's short notice, but they actually just emailed our rector and said, would you be willing to meet with us? And of course, we said yes. And so Cecilia came and presented us with this lovely portrait of a pig in front of the dome.
And I love she put sparkles on
the
golden dome.
She really did. It actually hangs now by our front door. So it welcomes anyone that comes into Breen Phillips.
And what has been Diane, Cecilia's mom, the woman who went to Breen Phillips, what has been her reaction to all this support?
So when she came to visit, it was really heartwarming because one of the things she told us is that Cecilia usually doesn't do very well with large crowds, and especially with large crowds of strangers. And we actually had a small sort of reception for her with cookies and lemonade, and all of the girls, this was a Saturday afternoon, it's really hard to get a large group of people there. But there was about 50 girls there. So that was something that was concerning for Diane because this kid doesn't really do well with crowds. But as soon as she walked down and saw all those girls just waiting for her, she kind of was like a fish in water. She lit up, immediately went and grabbed cookies, started telling jokes. So I think that for Diane, it's been something that's been really positive, especially for Cecilia.
And positive for the women of Breen Phillips.
Yes, I think as a dorm, we've grown so much, and there's not a girl in Breen Phillips that doesn't know Cecilia and doesn't call her our honorary babe.
Oh. Well, we will add Cecilia to our prayer list, and what
Thank you.
you have done, Mayra, is extraordinary, and I think really shows the spirit of Notre Dame and why residence life is so important here at Notre Dame, because you form connections that you wouldn't form anywhere else, and they don't just last for the time you live in the dorm, they last for your entire life. So thank you very much, and
Thank you.
congratulations to the women of Breen Phillips for what
Thank you
you've
so
done.
much.